Капитан, пожар в заднем помещении подводной лодки становится сильнее.
Закрой непроницаемые двери.
Уже закрытие. Предлагаю сообщить Москву и подниматься на поверхность.
Нет, продолжай держать глубину.
Но, капитан, вы хотите...
Ты хочешь сообщить Москве, что моя грубая историческая миссия идти пущена на компульсию.
Командный центр, центр слышаны. Затопило главный вал.
Аварийная команда явится на нижний уровень.
Реактор эвакуировались. Мой потерял тягу.
Запустите на генераторы.
Техобслуживание, командный центр. Запустите дизельные генераторы.
Глубина 360 метров.
Командный центр, техобслуживание. Генераторы не заводятся. Первый полетел, пожарный дышил в пытаемся запустить.
Когда?
Зависит от повреждений.
Глубина 460 метров.
Капитан, мои ниже испытанные глубины.
Тогда мы испытаны в глубине правду.
Скиньте балласт, капитан.
Главный инженер, у вас 5 минут на восстановление тяги.
Так точно, капитан.
Через 5 минут корпус раздавит.
Глубина 500 метров.
Главный инженер. Главный инженер. Владимир. Скинуть балласт.
Начальник смены немедленно скинут главный балласт.
Так точно. Товарищ капитан, система не отвечает.
Дороги в Москву.
Mr. President, this is Bob Ryan, Senior Analyst with the CIA. Sir, we've intercepted an emergency transmission. A Russian Borei-class nuclear submarine K-519 just went down somewhere in the Pacific. Our sources suggest somewhere over the Marianas Trench.
Give me a risk assessment here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Marianas Trench 35,000 feet deep?
35,800, actually.
Do we really need to be worried about another Russian sub at the bottom of the ocean, especially at that depth?
Satellite imagery of the K-519 at Sevmash, the largest Russian shipyard. We believe the K-519 is transporting Project Prometheus.
What's Project Prometheus?
Doesn't anyone read reports around here? Imagine the entire U.S. nuclear arsenal and multiply that by a factor of 10. Put all of that into a single warhead the size of a clock radio and you have Prometheus. This thing can be delivered by conventional missile, unmanned aerial vehicle, enemy ground troops. Just one of these things can take out an entire continent. Every government and terrorist organization in the world will be out there looking for this thing. Half the Russian fleet has already been deployed, as well as the Chinese.
Acquisition of this device is priority one. How soon can we get a recovery vehicle deployed?
We can't.
Excuse me, but can't isn't in my vocabulary.
While there was clearly an effective campaign slogan, Mr. President, the sea floor in this particular area is almost 7 miles deep, as you pointed out. We put more men on the moon than we have the bottom of the ocean. Right now, we don't have a sub that can carry out a recovery mission at this depth.
Who does?
Don't worry. It'll be rock solid at depth.
I'll be fine once I get my sea legs.
Son, at this rate, you're never gonna get your sea legs.
I appreciate the confidence.
Just don't throw up in here. I don't want to smell it for the next 10 hours. Do you happen to remember when I hired you to document this exploration?
Yeah, vaguely.
And do you remember the application questionnaire?
Yeah.
Well, question number 7 on the questionnaire was, are you prone to motion sickness?
No. I'm not motion sick.
Really?
I just don't do well in small spaces.
Ah! So you thought coming aboard a mini-submersible, traveling to the deepest part of the ocean, was a good idea.
At the time.
Well, sick or not, you better turn that camera on, because this is not a tourist vessel. And unless you were making yourself useful, you were stealing my air. We're going to only be the second team in history to achieve this depth. And I want it on film, so roll camera! Hello, my name is Captain J, and this is my vessel, the Trident II. A state-of-the-art, deep submersible vehicle, capable of reaching the ocean's deepest depths. No expense was spared in the making of this engineering marvel, designed by yours truly. Today, we are traveling to the Challenger Deep, discovered in 1872 by the HMS Challenger. It is in the deepest part of the Marianas Trench, which in turn is the deepest part of the ocean. Join us as we embark on this most historic journey. How was that? Rig ship for dive! This is where you say I, Captain, rig ship for dive.
I'm not saying I, Captain.
Rigging ship for dive, venting main ballast, dive, dive, dive.
How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
All right, well, you should reach the bottom in about 4 hours. Are you sure you want to continue with this?
Of course I'm sure. Why wouldn't I be sure?
Look, I'm just going to say it again. I don't think this is a good idea. You haven't exactly made the best choice here. No offense. He's not qualified. What happens if something goes wrong?
And what could go wrong?
Do you want me to make a list?
No, but I'm sure you will anyway.
What happens if you have a medical emergency while you're down there? You're not exactly 20 years old anymore, Dad.
Stop being a worrywart.
That's exactly what you said last month when I took you to the ER with congestive heart failure.
Okay, that was heartburn from a chili dog, that's all.
That's not what the doctor said.
What does he know? Look, it's like driving around the block. We go down, we come back up.
I hope so.
I've wanted to do this my entire life. I'm going to do it next subject.
All right, well, the SATCOM buoy seems to be working fine, so we should have good communication all the way down.
Well, right now, I don't know if that's such a good thing.
All right, tell you what, I'll shut up about it after this. But you gotta promise me that if anything goes wrong, you'll abort and return.
Deal.
All right, but hold on a sec. Scott's girlfriend wants to say a quick hello.
Hey, baby.
Hey, doll.
I'm so jealous. I wish I could be there.
Well, with the SATCOM and the onboard Wi-Fi, you can have the next best thing with a live feed.
How's that possible?
Tether a fiber optic line to the surface buoy. Broadband.
Text me a pic. That is awesome!
All right, we'll check back with you guys in about 20 minutes.
Hi.
Well, she's a sweetheart. Where'd you find her?
On a flight to Seattle. She was a grant writer for an environmental protection firm.
By the end of the flight, I convinced her to come work for my production company, and together we were going to save the world, one documentary film at a time.
Love hearing stories like that. Renews my faith. So, when are you going to make it official?
Oh, no.
What? You love her, she loves you. They may say they don't want a ring, but trust me, they all want a ring.
I don't want to screw it up. It works right now. Okay, it's not really working right now.
Really? Well, you look happy.
She's a little pissed at me.
What did you do?
I took a job doing a promotional campaign for an energy company with a not-so-stellar environmental track record. She's a staunch environmentalist.
Let me guess. The one that had the nuclear meltdown last year. You know, I shudder to think of how much radioactive material has been released into the atmosphere. You know, that stuff gets into everything. It contaminates our food supply. You know, there is not one living thing on this earth that is not contaminated by radioactive material, including you. But your government will tell you, oh, well, the levels of exposure were minimal and not enough to cause you any harm. But what about that cancer that develops inside of you 20 years later? You know? And there's over 440 nuclear reactors worldwide. Let me tell you, the end of the world may not come from a nuclear war, but from a nuclear accident.
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to do? I gotta pay the rent.
You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Relationships aren't easy. Take my ex-wife. Total bitch. But I do have the most amazing son.
Oh, we got one on the way.
Hey, congratulations, huh? Your life will never be the same.
That's what I hear. I'm scared shitless. I can't even take care of myself. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off.
Don't worry. She'll come around. He'll work it out.
Let's hope so.
Well, I know we went over this before, but sonar, communications, throttle, joystick. They're just like your video games. We've got 16 tons of steel ballast pulling us down right now. When we're finished, that stays on the bottom. This here's an emergency blow with the main ballast. 700 psi of compressed air will flood the tanks, force the water out, and allow us to surface.
What happens if either of those systems fail?
Well, then we have a long trip ahead of us. But don't worry, the ship is foolproof.
Let's hope so.
After I eat my chili dog, I'm going to give you a course in submarine school.
You serve on the sub?
United States Navy. Retired. Oh.
You all right?
Yeah, it's just a little heartburn. It's nothing to worry about. No! Get my pills!
Where?
In the duffel. Oh, God.
Which one?
The nitro!
Just so you know, I don't know CPR.
Good. You're not giving me mouth to mouth. Okay, I'm fine. Look, it's no big deal. It's like an aftershock. Okay, it's not the big one. Whoa. What do you think you're doing?
I'm dropping the ballast. We need to surface.
No, absolutely not.
Are you crazy?
Look, I am not going to let you ruin this op.
You need medical attention.
No. It's now or never. Okay, I'm fine.
You don't look fine.
I am healthy as an ox. Okay, it's a chili dog. Went down the wrong way, that's all.
You didn't even take a bite.
Okay, look. I've wanted to do this my entire life. Okay? If I go back into a hospital, I'm never getting out.
I'm sorry, but you need medical attention. You need to see a doctor.
Doctors, smokters.
What am I gonna do if you die?
I promise I won't die until we reach the bottom.
That's reassuring.
We're days from the nearest hospital. Okay, a couple of hours down and back up, it's not gonna make a difference.
I at least need to tell them what's going on. Maybe they can have a chopper ready by the time we surface.
There is absolutely no point in giving those worrywarts any more reason to call this off.
It's insane.
Okay. Look. I haven't told anybody about this. Not even Rick. They found a spot on my lungs. They say it looks suspicious. Okay, I mean, they poked and they prodded on me, and they're gonna find something, even if you're healthy. Doc comes back, says, get your affairs in order. You got lung cancer. Stage 4. You wanna know the kicker? I don't even smoke.
That sucks.
Yeah. Look, just... let's go to the bottom of the ocean. You can grant a dying man his last request, can't you? We're going down!
Jay, you want to tell me why you got a bag full of plastic explosives?
I'm a terrorist. I'm plotting to blow a hole in the ocean, suck the whole world in. You didn't read the OOO? Operations Objective Outline? I printed a copy for everybody.
I flipped through it.
Oh, you flipped through it, huh? Well, part of this op is funded by the Oceanographic Institution.
So?
So? The Marianas Trench is a huge subduction zone?
If you say so.
Have you heard of plate tectonics?
Yes.
Well, basically, the trench is formed because two plates of the Earth's crust meet. One goes on top, the other one slides underneath, or as we say in the biz, is subducted. Hence, the subduction zone. Fascinating thing about this subduction, it actually reabsorbs into the mantle.
Fascinating.
You know, they actually proposed that the trench be used as a nuclear waste dump site. Till the geniuses realized that small volcanoes along the trench would be erupting radioactive waste back into the sea. Idiots.
So, why the plastic explosives?
You haven't figured it out yet?
Not really.
Seismic survey charges. We'll place meters and charges along the seafloor, and the good folks at the Oceanographic Institution get a 3D picture of what's going on below the surface. In the...
subduction zone.
Ding, 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 ding! We have a winner!
Don't you think it would have been a good idea to tell me about this beforehand?
I did. In the OOO.
Still, caution, fragile, do not drop sign would have been appropriate on the high explosives.
Oh, please. C4 is very stable. Won't explode on impact. That's what the detonators are for. You stick this into that, use the remote, boom! Get it?
Got it.
Good.
You're sure this thing is safe?
I designed and built it myself.
Like I said, you sure this thing is safe?
I will have you know that I am a very respected engineer. certain circles.
What circles?
Let's just say that after the success of this mission, my designs will have been proven. The strength of my alloy indisputable, and then we will see who has the last. Ha 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 ha.
Tell me you've tested the structural integrity of this ship before.
That's what we're doing.
What's the deepest the sub's ever been?
What's our depth now?
900 meters.
900 meters. But don't worry, this hull is made from the strongest alloy known to man.
What, titanium?
Glass. Glass? Metallic glass. It's a special blended alloy of palladium, silver, titanium, a few other metalloids. Expensive. See, most metals exist in a crystalline state at the molecular level, causing them to break under pressure. My metallic glass exists in a fluid, liquid form. Does not shatter.
And the rest of the scientific community agrees with this assessment.
Well, they lack a certain vision. The application of this technology is revolutionary. Take the ADS.
ADS?
Atmospheric diving suit. Until now, these were rated at a maximum depth of 600 meters. Now, my ADS, which we will test shortly, has been redesigned to withstand pressure up to 14,000 meters and beyond. You need to start thinking of this mission as the first Apollo trip to the moon. We are going to be the first to actually set foot on the ocean floor.
You're going to be the first to set foot on the ocean floor. I'm not going anywhere near that thing. Okay, you were having way too much fun.
Nervous energy.
Relax, I'm fine.
I worry. I couldn't live if anything happened to you.
Don't worry, this sub is rock solid.
I think I'm starting to show.
The only thing I see is that cheeseburger from lunch.
Are you calling me fat?
Obese.
And you'd better still love me when I'm as big as a house.
What size house?
Shut up. Hold on. Something's going on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're worse than my granddaughter on that thing. It is a nice case, though. It's waterproof.
Yeah, up to 80 meters. Amanda got it for me. Let's hope we don't need to test it out.
Speaking of, what's our depth?
Just over 2,000 meters.
What
was that?
We must be entering the thermocline. Temperature drops rapidly from here on out. Hope you brought your blankie. Just above zero at the bottom. Oh, hey. Sea never ceases to amaze me. Further down we go, the harsher the environment is teeming with life. This is the Trident II to the RV Columbus. Do you read me? Over. Rick, are you there? Wonder where he's at. What the hell was that?
That sounded like gunfire.
That's ridiculous. What are you doing?
Calling Amanda.
Say hi for me.
I can't get a signal. Hey, baby, I just wanted to call and check on you. I know this sounds crazy, but we thought we heard gunfire. Give me a call back.
Who?
Jay says hi. Should we go up?
That's ridiculous. There's no automatic weapons on the Columbus.
What if they're not from the Columbus?
Okay. We are in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I seriously doubt we've encountered pirates on the high seas.
They've taken over the ship. Jackson and Felix are dead. Call for help.
Oh, God. I think it's time we surface.
No, we need to call for help first.
My son is up there.
Yeah, and so is my girlfriend, but if we surface now, we'll be taken hostage or killed. Do you have any weapons on board?
I've got a 45 in my bag, but it's not like this thing is equipped with torpedoes.
911, what What is your emergency?
Yes, I need you to connect me with the Coast Guard. No, Department of Defense.
The CIA.
The CIA, yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. This is an emergency line. If you would like directory assistance, please hang up and dial 411.
I don't need directory assistance. I need help.
This is an emergency line only.
This is an emergency.
Sir, where are you calling from?
The Pacific Ocean.
You are in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes.
How are you calling this line?
Who cares?
This line is for emergencies within the United States only. If you are traveling abroad and need assistance, please contact the U.S. Embassy in your area.
There is no U.S. Embassy in my area.
Sir, if you would like, I can connect you to directory assistance.
Yes, please, that's fine.
She hung up.
Directory assistance, how can I help you?
Yes, connect me with the CIA.
Which number, sir?
Anyone, it doesn't matter.
Sir, I have field offices in Houston, New York, Chicago.
Anywhere!
I need a specific location, sir.
Washington, D.C., the main number.
Please hold while I look that up. I can connect you directly for an additional charge of $1.50.
Yes.
Hi, and welcome to the CIA Headquarters Tour Hotline. All of our operators are assisting other customers. Please hold for the next available operator. While you're waiting, did you know that the CIA headquarters was built in the mid-1950s by the New York firm of Harrison and Brolovitz and is home to over 1.4 million square feet of office space? The CIA seal is the hallmark of the headquarters lobby and is one of the most iconic government symbols, appearing in many motion pictures. Ask about our group and senior discount tours.
Welcome to the CIA. Would you like to schedule a tour?
No, I'm an American citizen. I am on a submarine in the Pacific Ocean. Our research vessel has been taken over by terrorists.
Sir, this is the tour hotline. If you need to report suspicious activity, please call the local FBI office in your area.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I am on a submarine and we are under siege by terrorists.
Sir, threatening terrorist acts against U.S. submarines is a federal offense. I am obligated to log this call and report it to the Directorate of Intelligence.
Please report the call. In fact, connect me directly.
You reach the office of Senior Analyst Bob Ryan. I'm either on the other line or away from my desk. But please leave your name and number, even though I have it, and I will return your call as soon as possible.
Bob, I'm an American citizen. I am part of the research team Columbus. Our ship has been taken over by terrorists. One of our crew is killed, maybe more. We are currently located at
11 degrees north latitude, 142 degrees east longitude.
You can reach me at 310-555-1432. That's 310-555-1432. Please call me back. This is not a joke.
Now what?
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Svetlana, but you may call me God, as I am all-powerful, because I decide who lives and who dies.
You want this ship or the sub, you can have it. Just put my crew in the life raft, let them go.
That is so kind of you to offer, but I could buy your ship and your sub 1,000 times over.
What do you want?
I want what money can't buy.
This is about the structural formula for my metallic glass. You can have it.
No, I'm fascinated by the technology, and I did read your article in Metallurgy today. It's very good. There are more pressing matters at hand. As fate would have it, there is something I want, and you happen to be in the most unique position to be able to get it for me.
What could I possibly be able to do for you?
President Rentinko, is that a yes? I know I don't need to reiterate consequences of... Do I have permission for use of tactical nuclear weapon to incinerate area? Commander Novikov is close by. Once package is located, he can deploy tactical weapon. Project Prometheus will be destroyed. As far as the Americans are concerned, there was a reactor leak. Down the sub, short of the electrical system, accidental detonation occurred. We're very sorry. Design is being reworked and we've monitored area. Environmental impact is negligible. It is not like we haven't told bigger lies before.
Take her to test depth.
Helm, all ahead flank.
All ahead flank, aye.
Diving officer. Make your depth 1,400 feet. 20-degree down bubble. Rig for deep submergence.
It's very simple. Recover the device and return it to me, or I keep putting holes in your crew members. Try to contact the authorities, the hostages die. Fail to recover the device, the hostages die. Deviate from my instructions at all, the hostages, they die. Is this clear?
We're American citizens. You realize this will be considered an act of war.
This is not an act of war. This has nothing to do with the Russian government. This is an act of revolution. Comrade Dmitri has some technical information you might find useful.
At 0600 hours, K-519 ready on Moscow in distress. Given its last known position, depth, prevailing currents, we estimate the sub's position within 10-mile radius of this location. When you locate sub, we will give instruction on retrieval of warhead.
You have 3 hours to find this sub.
I can't get a signal. Message in SATCOM. Are you okay? Just try to stay calm.
You try to stay calm.
We just need to think about this rationally.
There's nothing rational about this situation.
The first thing we need to do is find that sub.
That's the last thing we need to do. We can't hand over a nuclear weapon to a terrorist.
What are you saying?
Saying we were dealt a bad hand.
A little bit of an understatement.
Look, nobody wins at this. Okay, there's no happy ending. I think we need to accept the fact that everybody on that ship died the moment those terrorists came on board.
That's a fact I'm not willing to accept.
It would be morally irresponsible of us to hand over a weapon that could destroy millions of people in the hopes of saving a small handful.
I don't give a shit about moral responsibility. Because within that small handful, there's one, actually two now, people that mean more to me than anything else in this world. So you like it or not, we're gonna do whatever it takes to save them.
Do you really think that they're gonna let anybody go if we hand them the weapon?
They'll die for sure if we don't.
And you could live with the blood of millions on your hands if they use the weapon?
It's not my hands.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, guns don't kill people. People kill people, right?
So when some whack job kid shows up at school with a semi-automatic weapon plugging his classmates and teachers, whose fault is that? Gun manufacturers? The store that sold them the bullets? Violent movies? I mean, God forbid we actually blame the person who pulled the trigger. I'm sorry. We're all responsible for our actions.
Yeah, and it's our responsibility not to take this action. Handing a nuke to a terrorist is pulling the trigger.
Oh, that's great rhetoric. But are you really prepared to live with the death of your son at your hands?
I think it's a distinct possibility that neither my son nor your girlfriend are alive. We know that Jackson, Felix, and Davies are dead. It's conceivable to think that everybody aboard that ship is gone.
So you just want to rule out the possibility that they might actually still be alive?
No, of course not.
Right now, we have no leverage. We find that sub, the ball's in our court. And we can decide what the moral thing to do is later, but at least we'll have the option.
I can't get a clear reading. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
What's that?
I don't know.
The sub?
No.
What is that?
It looks like we snapped up some sperm whale.
This deep?
20 2,500 meters. It's about the bottom of their range. Those are the most amazing animals. You know, they live to be about 70 years old. Magnificent creatures. They have the largest brain of any animal. Sure don't see them trying to screw each other over. Makes you think. Would you relax? This ship is unsinkable. Shut the valve. It's stuck. Put a little muscle in it. Jeez. Oh man, my camera's toast. It looks like you're not getting paid. Unsinkable, huh? What? Every sub drips a little? Not exactly instilling confidence. Hey, I stand behind the design of this ship 100%. Construction may be another story. Explain. Oh, you know how it goes. No, how does it go? The contractors. You have problems with the contractors? Doesn't everybody? What kind of problems? Oh, we had some monetary issues. Corners may have been cut. Building a submarine is not like installing bathroom tile. You don't cut corners. Things like this happen, okay? We're fine. Must have been a defect in one of the high-pressure seals. How many high-pressure seals are there? A dozen or so. There. That's man-made. How can you tell? Well, it's definitely not organic. Think it's the sub? Well, we won't know till we get there, will we? How far is that? Looks like a couple of miles. You get enough oxygen for that? Oxygen's not our problem right now. This ship runs on battery pack. When that's gone, it's gone. We can't afford to go tooling around too far on the bottom of this ocean.
Hello, gentlemen. I trust you're doing well. Have you located the sub?
Not yet.
Disappointing. Perhaps I have failed to give you the proper motivation.
Let me ask you something. You're clearly an educated woman.
Harvard, actually. Not quite as challenging as I expected, though adequate for undergraduate work.
Then you'll have no problem with simple math.
Is this the part where you tell me that you can't possibly meet my demands, that I haven't given you enough time?
No, this is the part where I remind you that you don't have a submarine. So no matter how much power you think you have, if you piss us off enough, you're never going to see that warhead.
This is the very problem with your country. Your culture suffers from an utter lack of morality. Obsessed by materialism, your values are dictated by media and popular culture. Hollywood has instilled in you a belief that you're special and unique. And no matter what happens, what adversity you face, all will work out in the end. Good will defeat evil, and you are right off into the sunset with the girl. So with this false bravado, you threaten me like you are Bruce Willis. And you, my friend, are no Bruce Willis. Dimitri. What is your name?
Kristen.
Do you have any family?
Yes, I have a husband and a child.
Do you have any pictures?
In my pocket.
Isn't she a little girl?
Yes.
She's adorable. What is her name?
Jessica.
She must be about 6, right?
She turns 6 next week.
Oh, such a great age, isn't it? And this must be your better half. What is his name?
Jack.
Jessica and Jack. You live the American dream, my friend. How long have you been married?
10 years.
Really? You happy? You still love each other?
Yes, very much so.
After 10 years, be honest. You ever fool around?
No.
10 years is a long time. Lots of beautiful men and women in the world. Never tasted the fruit?
I'm telling you, no.
Surely you've looked at other men.
I have a great marriage. I've never had any reason to.
Everyone looks. It's only human. You expect me to believe that you've never looked at another man and had impure thoughts.
Yeah, sure. Who hasn't?
You see? The truth is not so difficult. What is the saying? You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You want to go free, don't you? See your husband and child again just in time for her birthday.
Yes. Please, let us go.
Oh, then tell me the truth, and I will set you free.
I'm telling you the truth.
My friend, I have a nose for bullshit.
Okay. Okay. One time, it was a mistake. It never happened again.
See? Don't you feel better after confessing? What was his name? Or was it a woman?
I don't know. We met in a bar. It was a one-night stand.
You would risk your marriage over someone whose name you don't even know.
It was a stupid thing to do.
What was his name?
I don't know.
It's starting to stink.
Michael. His name is Michael.
Is.
Was.
You said is. You still see it as Michael.
No.
Do you still see Michael?
Yes.
Do you love him?
This is ridiculous.
Oh, answer the question. Do you love him?
I don't know. Maybe. Yes.
I thought you loved your husband.
I do.
Oh, how can you love them both?
I just do in different ways.
If you could speak to one of them before you died, which one would it be?
You said you were going to let me go.
I said the truth will set you free, and it will. So who would you like to speak with before you die? Your husband and child, or your boy toy?
My family, of course.
He has no idea, does he?
No.
Your own phone number.
415-555-0127.
Hello?
Honey?
Hey, stranger, I didn't expect to hear from you today.
How are you?
We're good. Jessica had to go to the doctor, had a little fever, so we got her some antibiotics. But, hey, sweetheart, you want to talk to your mommy?
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby.
When are you coming home?
Soon, baby, soon. Mommy loves you very much, okay?
Love you too, Mommy.
Can you put Daddy on the phone?
Yeah, so when are you coming home?
Baby, we have to talk.
Okay. Was something wrong?
I'm having an affair.
With who?
Someone I met.
On the boat?
No.
Well, how long?
I don't know.
How long?
Maybe a year. I'm so sorry, baby.
Do you love him?
That's not important right now.
I mean, it's not important right now. You called me from halfway around the world to tell me?
No. I called to tell you that
Jack, your wife is dead. Personally, I think you're better off without her. So, Bruce Willis, do you still have any doubts about who's in control?
I hope you're real proud of yourself. Answer it.
I thought they jammed the SATCOM.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Answer it.
No.
What are you waiting for? That could be the CIA or somebody.
What if they're monitoring our communications, which they probably are? She told us specifically not to talk to anybody. I'm not willing to risk any more of the hostages getting killed.
You answer their goddamn phone! I'm sorry. What happened back there wasn't your fault. You were just trying to do what you thought was best. That's all any of us can do.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there?
Looks like we're coming up on the bottom. It's kind of like another planet, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Sure wish I could enjoy this moment.
I know.
Let's go find that sub.
That's not a submarine.
No.
It's got to be down here somewhere.
Honestly, we could spend months looking for this thing with the most sophisticated sonar and still not find it.
Yeah, we don't have months. We got a few hours tops.
Quite a bit less than that, actually.
Now what?
Minor technical problem.
Minor?
It's probably just a faulty gauge.
What type of gauge?
Look, it's nothing to worry about.
What?
Just the O2 sensor.
Oh, just the O2 sensor.
Like I said, probably just faulty.
How much oxygen do we have left?
We had enough for 3 days.
I didn't ask you how much we had. How much do we have left?
6 hours, tops.
It's gonna take 4 just to surface.
I'll set a timer. We'll know when to begin our ascent.
I'm not going back empty-handed.
And I'm not dying down here.
Well, we better find that sub. Jay? You wear glasses?
Yeah.
Where are they?
That's a good question.
What's that say?
Oh.
We've been traveling around in a circle for an hour. What's your problem, man? Do you take anything seriously? I mean, this whole nutty, quirky professor thing is mildly amusing for about the first 15 minutes. But let me tell you, after about 6 or 7 hours in a really small space, it's pretty damn annoying. What? Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. How many people do you think were on board?
100 or so.
Man, drowning's gotta be the worst way to go. So, how long did they give you? I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, it's cool. Oh. I may have made a misstatement. Misstatement? Yeah. Technically, I don't have... You don't have stage 4 cancer?
Not really.
That is so wrong. You know that.
Well, you were about to turn us back. Yeah, I had to say something. This was supposed to be historic. Just think. Now we get to facilitating the destruction of the world, huh?
So what, you got like an ROV that we can remotely pilot in there and recover the warhead? Ta-da! Oh no, I'm not getting in that thing.
What? It's just like the sub, only smaller.
That's a problem.
Don't be a wuss.
Let me guess.
You designed and built this thing yourself.
Even more reason not to get in there.
Just like swimming in a pool at 7 miles deep.
I can't swim.
But you don't have to swim. It's got a propulsion pack on board, navigation, all the modern conveniences.
I don't even know how to operate this thing.
Learn by doing, that's what I always say.
Absolutely not.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Not really a small step.
You do realize that you are the first person to actually set foot at this depth.
Yeah, I'd rather not be. There's no giant sea creatures out here, are there?
Might be.
Listen, nobody really knows for sure what's down here. There could be some prehistoric sea creatures undisturbed for eons. Watch out.
We're not helping.
Listen, your heart rate is a little bit high. You want to try and calm down.
I'm calm.
Oh, I did forget to tell you. You don't want to puke in there. You'd likely drown.
Again, not helping.
Nice slow your breathing.
I am.
And look, you're fine.
There's nothing to panic about. The suit is working properly. It's not leaking. You are getting plenty of oxygen. You are in complete control of your response to this situation. You were the one freaking yourself out.
You're freaking me out.
Okay, fine. Come back in. We'll switch places.
No, I can do it.
And then quit your belly aching. Keep moving.
I just want you to do me a favor. In my bag, there's a ring box.
Huh. Well, I'm flattered, but we hardly know each other.
Funny. Look, if anything should happen to me, I want Amanda to have that. I want you to tell her that I'm an idiot for not giving her that when I had the chance. Tell her I love her. And I have since the moment we met.
You can tell her all that sappy stuff when you see her. Quit the pity party. Keep it moving.
The Prometheus prototype is located in launch tube number 7. Can you access the hatch?
Yeah, I see it.
There is fairing between tubes and main sail. Remove that to gain access to alphanumeric keypad. This will allow you to open launch tubes.
This is in Russian.
Of course it is in Russian.
I don't speak Russian.
I will talk you through it. If you incorrectly enter
any key code information, you will be locked out of system. Do not make a mistake. If you do, all hostages die.
No pressure.
Enter following code.
How did you get the code?
It is none of your concern.
Only the captain, XO, and duty officer would have access to those codes.
This wasn't an accident, was it?
You are very perceptive.
How did you sabotage the ship?
It is not important.
I'm sure the 120 or so crew thought it was important.
It is unfortunate many comrades gave their lives. But, how do you say, you cannot make breakfast without breaking some eggs.
How'd you get off the boat before it sank?
I was never on it. An unfortunate accident rendered me unfit for duty.
Now are you ready for code?
Give it to me.
The Russian alphabet quite different from American. It contains 33 letters. Though we share many same symbols, most correspond to different letters. For example, The symbol you would call C, we would call S. Okay? Enter following code.
K, 7, 9, E, which is the key that looks like backwards N.
Then say backwards N, don't say E.
Okay. Hit the key that you would call P. Letters 5, 2, 6, B. Then backwards R. 8, 4, 6, 1, 5. And the last key is letter 3.
There are 2 keys that look like a 3. Hello? Are you there? Jay? Jay, can you hear me?
I'm here. Got some kind of interference.
Look, there's a number 3 and a letter 3. What the hell am I supposed to do?
I had a Russian girlfriend once. Never could understand her. Somehow it didn't seem to matter.
That's great, Jay, but...
he said letter 3, so hit the letter 3.
Yeah, but he called numbers letters.
So hit the number 3.
But he made it a point to distinguish the last key from the string of numbers he rattled off.
So hit the letter 3.
You're not helping.
Okay, just don't hit anything until we regain communication.
How much time we got left?
Yeah, we got about 35 minutes before we need to begin our ascent. Probably need to make a decision pretty soon here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one.
Which one?
I don't know.
Well, I think he meant the number.
I think he meant the letter.
Well, it's up to you, but I think he meant the number.
Okay, I'll hit the number. Here goes. Shit.
What?
I hit the letter.
And?
Didn't work. Wow, Jay, you should see this. Jay? Jay? You there?
It seems your comrade has expired.
Do you have access to Warhead?
Yeah.
You must disconnect separation sequencer, then remove explosive bolts.
Captain Novikov, orders from Moscow. We are to destroy all enemy contacts that may be attempting recovery of the 519.
Verify authenticity of transmission.
Verify authenticity, aye.
The code is authentic.
I agree, the code is authentic.
Forward torpedo room. Make ready the forward tubes.
Forward room, make ready the forward tubes, aye.
General Pushkin. Operation Storm is in effect. Can I still count on your support?
Surely I'm your soul.
Are your strike fighters in position? Excellent. The Americans will attempt to locate and track Captain Novikov's sub. This must not be allowed to happen.
I'm authorizing an unrestricted engagement.
I'm authorizing you to accomplish mission by any and all means necessary.
This close to one and a photo movie. There's so much as a turn in the water. We'll find it. Roger that. We have inbound contact bird 180. Contact is local. Report. Roger, you online?
Jay? You okay? I'm worried about you.
That's nonsense. Like this ship. Unsinkable.
You keep saying that.
Ever sunk yet?
We are at the bottom of the ocean.
That's it?
Yeah.
Looks like a clock radio.
Let's drop the ballast and get out of here.
Yeah.
Let me give you a hand.
Well, looks like we've got about 3.5 hours of oxygen left.
That's gonna make the last half hour a little thin.
Well, I could take out my 45 and shoot you. That way I'd have twice as much air.
With your eyesight, you'd miss and rupture the hull.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying your voyage. You have the weapon, yes?
Yes.
Show it to me. Oh, a thing of beauty. Once it is in my possession, I will set you and your crew free.
I've seen your definition of free.
Trust me, I can be reasonable. It is unfortunate, however, that the members of your crew have become unreasonable. I will not tolerate insubordination.
Oh, God.
This man, he is important to you.
It's my son. Please let him go.
Tragically, your son attempted a mini coup d'etat. It failed. But he must be made an example of.
No, please. Oh, God.
You would be wise to return the device to me as quickly as possible to avoid further loss of life.
Oh, shit.
You thought this was crazy. Trying to talk me out of it for months, but I wouldn't listen. This is all my fault.
Jay, it's not your fault.
We need to get you topside before it's too late. We're in for surface. Blow the ballast, drop the weight.
Hi, Captain. It's not working.
It's not releasing. Reassured. But the release mechanism could be jammed.
So we're stuck down here.
Yeah. Maybe we can manually release.
You mean from outside the sub?
Yeah.
I'll go.
No. I'll go.
Are you sure that's such a good idea? I can do it.
No. I should go. Besides, you can't be the only one in history to set foot at this depth.
You are a very beautiful woman. I've heard so many good things about you from the others. Now, it's my turn. This could be fun for both of us, yes? You agree?
President Johnson, I can assure you we'll authorize no such attack.
And I can assure you, any further hostility will be met with full force of the U.S. military.
I understand. You have our full cooperation in bringing these rogue elements to justice.
Bring us to DEFCON 3.
How's it going out there?
Release mechanism's jammed.
Can you get free?
It's not looking good. But if I can, you better hold on, because you're going to go up like a hot air balloon.
Are you gonna have time to get back on board? You're not, are you?
It's a one-way ticket, kid.
There's gotta be a way.
Oh, I had my time. I'd just be stealing your oxygen if I stayed on board. Okay, I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, kid. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the view.
It's a nice view.
It sure is.
Baby, are you okay?
I don't know how much time I have.
What have they done to you?
You have to promise me something.
Anything, you know that.
No matter what happens, you can't give them the bomb.
I can't promise that.
Hundreds of millions of people could die. One person is not worth that. I'm not worth that.
You're worth it to me.
Let's go. They're coming. Promise me.
Baby? Baby, you there?
All the charges are in place and the ship's ready to blow.
You have done well.
The Americans are en route. Moscow's deployed another sub and they're almost here.
Let them come.
Sonar, communications, throttle, joystick. It's like a video game, huh?
My friend, it is so nice to see you.
Wish I could say the same.
Oh, don't be that way. We have a bond, you and I.
How so?
You have something I want. I have something you want. That binds us.
Don't expect me to invite you over for Christmas dinner.
I won't expect an invitation. Huh? Perhaps we can exchange gifts. I am down to my last postage. Or should I say, my last two.
If anything happens to her, I swear to God.
And I swear to mine, I will make her death a miserable one if you do not comply. Show me this side. Oh, excellent. When you reach the surface, we will make the exchange, and then we can both go on about our days.
You expect me to trust you?
You have no choice.
Take her below.
Captain Novikov is here.
Excellent. We will blow the ship and slip away in the sub undetected.
Moscow will blame the Americans on the disappearance of Novikov's sub, and we will retain the element of surprise. A submarine and the world's most powerful nuclear weapon. This is an historic day. We will return Mother Russia to its former greatness. President Rendenko will bow before us. The Kremlin will be ours. The revolution has begun, comrade. We need her alive for now. Go get the girl. You have become most troublesome.
Captain, we have enemy contacts in range, and our orders from Moscow are clear.
It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves.
Captain?
Yuri, my friend, it is good to know who I can trust. Let your loyalty to Rendenko never be questioned. To Russia.
To Rendenko?
To Rendenko.
Good to see you, comrade.
And you.
Everything is according to plan. We should have the device shortly. I trust your crew is secure.
The men that remain are low to the cause. With a few dissenters who are low to Rendenko, they are not dead.
I knew I could count on you.
There is one slight problem. A primary to secondary leak occurred, the result of a saboteur. It's under control now, but the crew has been exposed in excess of 200 rem of radiation.
The price of freedom is not cheap. Your dedication will be rewarded.
The Americans will be here soon. We must submerge immediately.
Patience, comrade.
Hello?
Hello, my friend. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I see you have surfaced. Make your way to the submarine and we will transact our business.
I want to talk to Amanda first.
Fair enough.
Baby,
You okay?
I'm better, but remember what I asked you. You promised.
You make such a cute couple. Just think, if you survive this, you can grow to resent and despise each other like all married couples. Do you still have the weapon?
Yeah.
Pull alongside the submarine. This will all be over with shortly.
I want your word. I give you the weapon, you let Amanda and I go.
You should know by now my word doesn't count for much.
I should just throw the weapon overboard, let it sink.
Do it. And I will give Amanda the most painful and agonizing death imaginable. The choice is yours.
I can put a bullet in skull.
No, he could drop the warhead.
But once we have it, then I kill him, yes?
Of course.
Hello, my friend.
He's wearing enough C4 to blow us all through China.
I must say, I grow more impressed with you by the minute.
Just so we're all on the same page here, I let go of this button, we all go boom.
Give me the warhead, and I will give you the girl.
Give me the girl and I'll give you the warhead. I'm getting really tired here. I don't know how long I can hold on to this button.
Give him the girl.
No.
Give him the girl. See? I am reasonable. Now give me the warhead. Thank you, my friend.
You may have saved the girl, but you're still no Bruce Willis.
Should probably get the ship. It'll be safer.
Any other bright ideas?
Pissed.
No, I'm not pissed at all. You just gave a nuclear weapon to a terrorist.
Sometimes these things happen.
That goes against everything we stand for. No, that goes against everything I stand for. There is no we.
Circle around. A torpedo will make a nice parting gift. Diving officer, make our depth 50 feet. Helm, all ahead 1/3. Fire control, give me a solution. I want to blow them out of the water.
You know, I cannot believe you. You promised me. I mean, what else are you gonna lie about? We have a... What?
Sonar, contact bearing 055.
We have a solution, sir.
Fire the forward tubes.
Bruce Willis now. Still pissed?
Not totally. I mean, we are still stuck out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Well, now might be a good time for this.
Seriously? That's how this is gonna go down?
Well, we are most likely gonna die out here, so it's big a commitment, it seems.
Dick!
Take your time. I'll be here all week. I take it that's a yes?
You aren't too bright, are you?
I have my moments. But if we get out of this, I'm not gonna take that job.
The one at the energy company? It's so much money.
Yeah. Some things are more important. Hello?
Bob Ryan at CIA returning your call.
I need to verify some details of your story.
A little late to the party, Bob.
Tell you what, how about you send a rescue team? I'll tell you all about it when you get here.
What is your current location?
With the CIA, you figure it out.
Find him.